What an absolutely fabulous game. United win it 3-2 at the end. Fair play to United for giving us a title race and also for their ambitions for the Champions League. They are in the top four. They've beaten Man City 2-0 last week and now they've beaten Arsenal 3-2. Fair play to them. We will get into everything. Yes, I do believe personally Arsenal were robbed. There were some incidents. The handball penalty appeal from Arsenal after Maguire handled in the box. VAR said it wasn't a penalty, and also Patrick Dorgu's goal that came after he had handled the ball, but VAR said it was inconclusive, right? So two of those big incidents happened in the game and Arsenal didn't get those decisions. It went to United. However, based on the football that was played, United deserved to win that game. Look at the goals that Arsenal scored. It's an own goal and it's a set piece. I knew they were going to be diabolical with the set pieces when they were chasing the game. And you could see those strategies, that haram football coming out from Arteta, and they're relying on those sort of set pieces or own goals to win games or to score goals. And I just don't think that's enough. They're not creating any clear-cut chances. The shot from Saka, which was saved by Lemens in the near post, that comes from a corner. The header from Zubamendi, which was saved by Lemens, that also comes from a free kick. So Arsenal are not creating clear-cut chances. They take the lead through an own goal, right? And then they also equalize through a set piece, and it was chaotic at the back. They're just literally trying to push and force a goal. I don't know, that's not beautiful football in my opinion. In the other side, United score some fabulous goal. Yes, it's a mistake by Zubamendi. I think the pass from Saliba was a hospital pass. That was very, very bad from Saliba. It put Zubamendi under pressure. The pass is bouncing, it's too quick. And I think it just threw Zubamendi under the bus and he makes a mistake. Mbeumo keeps his composure and he scored. By the way, Mbeumo made it 1-1 and he has scored against Arsenal, Liverpool and Man City in his debut campaign. He's the first player to do that for Man United since Marcus Rashford. Can you believe it? But Mbeumo has come good for Man United. What a great signing he has been this season. And then United take the lead through the controversial goal from Patrick Dorgu. To be fair, Arsenal at the beginning of the second half were chasing shadows. They were looking for that ball for almost 5 minutes and they got it, tried to clear it. It fell back to United. You could see the warning signs with Martinez trying to play Bruno through. The first time it didn't work, right? Trying to play a pass to cut through Arsenal. It didn't work the first time. Arsenal defended it. He came back again, and this time we found Dorgu, who linked well with Bruno, who's involved in everything for Man United. Bruno is just getting assists and goals this season for Man United. He's just been so good in terms of output. But that combination play, the build-up was absolutely amazing for Patrick Dorgu's goal, who could not hit that any better. What a strike. He hit it and it stayed hit. In off the crossbar. You are not stopping those. David Raya had no chance. But the question is, was it handball? Should that goal have been disallowed? And in my opinion, from what I know, from what I understand, is that the rules said even if it's accidental, you cannot benefit directly as a goal scorer from handling the ball or the ball hitting your hand. Ball to hand or handball does not matter. That goal should have been disallowed from what I know. Did the rules change this season? I am not aware. In football terms though, his hand is to his side. There's nothing he can do about it. It's accidental. It hits him. He does not intend to play the ball with his hand. We can't cut our hands off and play football. That's what you want, right? So in a football language, in football logic, I do think that goal should be allowed to stand. Why? Simply because he did not mean it, right? So because of that, I think rightfully the goal should have stood. But based on law, my understanding was that as a player, as a goal scorer, the ball can hit your hand and then you score directly from it. Maybe a teammate. We've seen goals get ruled out because of that. Another example is Jesus versus Tottenham for Man City when that new rule was actually introduced. City were the first team to be penalized of it. Completely accidental. But if you score, it gets ruled out. That's my understanding. From a football perspective, I'm fine with the goal standing. I just thought that's the rules. Has it changed this season? I don't know. But for me, I thought that's the rules. accidental or not, the goal should not stand. But either way, United took a lead 2-1, and then Arsenal equalized through Moreno. I said scruffy goal after a corner. They were just trying to force that ball in. And 3 minutes later, Cunha comes up with one of the goals of the season. What a spectacular goal. He's been given too much space, and the quality that he shows in that 10 position is absolutely fantastic. Bottom corner, Raya has no chance. Curler, absolutely fantastic goal. Winning goal. Deserves to win any game. What a fantastic goal by Cunha, and I love the celebration as well, right? So look at the goals that United score. Absolute quality, from Mbomo's composure to basically eat Raya alive, sit him down and then score. Dogu smashes it, top bins, and then Cunha, bottom corner, curler. Look at those goals, and then look at the goals that Arsenal scored, and then tell me that United don't deserve to win that game. I just thought, based on the quality of the goals, when it mattered, I think they had 3 shots on target and they had 3 goals, and they were superb. They were efficient, they were effective, and the goals were beautiful, elegant, and graceful. And for me, that's enough for me to give them the win. I think they deserve to win it. However, there was a late shout as well for a handball on Harry Maguire. Moreno's shot hit Harry Maguire on the hand as he was sliding to make the block. For me, I do think it's a penalty. I was told that perhaps this season there's this thing called a supporting arm, but I think Maguire has extended his arm there and made his body unnaturally bigger. We've seen lots of issues with VAR and handball this weekend. Man City against Wolves, there was a definite handball and it was not called. First time you see a ref being sent to a screen by VAR thinking that perhaps you've made a mistake, have a re-look at it, and then he doesn't, still sticks to his decision. Shambolic decision, in my opinion. That's a definite handball. Arms are extended, Man City robbed. Doesn't matter either way. Then Chelsea earlier on, VAR comes out, or the ref is sent to the screen and he looks at the incident and basically comes out to say that it was an accidental handball, but it's stopping a goal. Because of that, he's giving a yellow card. I don't think the yellow card was, for me, necessary. But again, that's the rules. The rules say if a handball, accidental or not, stops a goal. If it stops a goal, then it's not a red card for doxo, denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity, but it's a cautionable offense and a penalty should be given. I just thought a mitigating circumstance would have been also the fact that I think it hits the Crystal Palace's player's body and then onto his arm, but it's stopping a goal, so they give it in accordance to the law. But in this case against Harry Maguire, it's just VAR is so inconsistent. We don't even know what's handball and what's not. But in my opinion, I do think Arsenal should have had a penalty. Maguire is sliding. He's made his body unnaturally bigger. He's not looking he's not even looking at the ball. He's not even close to the ball. There's good proximity, distance between him and the ball and him and the shot. And I just think that that's handball. The shot is going on target. Many people will reference in the AFCON, South Africa versus Egypt, the Tebogo Mokoena shot and Egypt's defender slid, and they said it was a supporting arm. And I agreed with that decision simply because the Tebogo Mokoena shot was going off target. It was wayward. There's no way that defender could have expected the ball to hit his arm in that direction, right? Simply because he miscued his shot. So it was not even going on target. I don't think South Africa were disadvantaged at any point, and it was a supporting arm because it hit his trailing arm while he's sliding. Well, this one hits Maguire's front arm as he's sliding to block the ball. That's naturally making your body, well, unnaturally making your body bigger. So I do think Arsenal did not get the benefit of 2 big decisions that could have altered the complexion of the game. So perhaps if it wasn't Man United, if there wasn't that bias of a big team that possibly the Premier Leagues have for Liverpool, for United, I think maybe it's a different game. Maybe Arsenal get a point from this game. But to be honest with you, what a fabulous game. I don't think based on how Arsenal played, they deserve anything from that game. Although those decisions went against them, I've explained my position on them. But Arsenal did not play good football. Odegaard, it's a no-show. And for me, that's unforgivable. You need to be very, very effective in big games in a title race as a creative midfielder. Think about what De Bruyne was doing for Man City in title races. Just think about that. And Odegaard was definitely compared to De Bruyne. Odegaard gets compared to Bruno. But look at what Bruno is producing right on Odegaard's field, his own field, in his own yard. Bruno is coming away with things like assists. Come on, Odegaard, you need to put in better performances. Saka, for me, not good enough. Not enough. He's not effective enough for a team that's challenging for a title. I heard you're going to have Gyökeres, Saka, and Odegaard on 8 goals combined for a team that's competing for the title. When you know, for example, from just your number 9, you need 20 goals. Come on, that's not good enough. I think Arsenal now, instead of being 7 points clear, they are 4 points clear. United didn't really do anyone a favor because they beat City last week. They did Arsenal a favor. Arsenal capitalized. They won their game. And then this week they beat Arsenal. City capitalized. They beat Wolves 2-0. So, there's not really a change. But I think from Arsenal, the problem is once you lose once you drop points once, they can come in rolling, and we've seen that for the past 3 seasons when Arsenal have finished second. In the second half of the season, Arsenal slow down while other teams pick up. And that's not good enough from Arsenal. I do think this is the type of performance that might put Arsenal, make them a little bit anxious, make them a little bit nervous. That mentality comes into the picture. The pressure, can they handle it? City, if they get their act together, now they've signed Maguire. Semenyo is looking good. He started off well. If City click, then Arsenal are in trouble. Remember, Arsenal still have to go to the Etihad. So for me, from a title race perspective, this is good. It's giving us a good title race. It's wide open, especially especially because of the fact that Arsenal have to go to the Etihad. But some words on Man United. Fantastic performance. Carrick, 2 games played. The toughest 2 games that he could have ever imagined. First and second he went up against, and he's beat both of them home and away. So for me, extremely impressive. United are in top 4, and the fixtures look so good. There's Fulham home, there's Spurs home. Those are wins. If they play like this, those are wins, and he can just cement United's place in the top 4. Now a point ahead of Chelsea, 2 points ahead of Liverpool, who are looking shaky, so they can capitalize to try get back into the Champions League after a disappointing season. Interim manager Man United is so dangerous. We've seen it with Ole Gunnar. We've seen it now again with Carrick. So interim manager Man United is so dangerous. He's at the wheel. Carrick is at the wheel. Give him the contract. Give him the team. Let him sign, because he's got United playing well. And the fact that he's doing this basically in, let's say, a United form, right? Back to a back 4 at the back. Kobe Menu in the middle, where he was basically cast out of Amarin's team, and he's being able to get the best out of his players. I do think, yes, in other games he will be able to tweak it slightly against, for example, your Fulhams, where United don't have enough possession, or where United will have more possession than they did have against Man City and Arsenal, where they're playing on the counter. Now they will be, the team on the front foot against Spurs, against Fulham. I think Carrick is still able to know that and make some tweaks to his tactics and his lineups and his formations in order to get the best out of United. So for now, I think United are looking good to cement their place in the top 4. What a performance, what a week if you're a Manchester United fan. It's been a dismal season, but it's not all doom and gloom, especially with what's happening in the league. And the objective would have been to try get back into the Champions League, and they're on track. So with that being said, impressive performance from Manchester United, especially over the past few weeks. Unfortunate from Arsenal. Yes, you can win games. It's how you bounce back. So let's see how Arsenal bounce back in future. Let's see if they're able to put this one to bed and just move on from it. But momentum is a very big thing in football. One win from United against Man City, their rivals, led them to another win against Arsenal away. One loss against United, Man City, led them to losing against a Norwegian team that, is not really popular. So now a loss has happened against Arsenal when they've been playing well. Will that affect their momentum and their streak? So with that being said, it's going to be a very interesting league. Chelsea won as well. Liverpool lost. Slot, I think his time is ticking. Enough for me. I think he has credit in the bank. Winning the league in your first season should give you a free season in the next season. I think so. I still think, especially if he finishes in the Champions League position, that's enough for me to sort of reset, and then they can go again in the next season. So Slot out, I'm not there yet. I think he has enough credit in the bank, but very interesting weekend. Aston Villa beat Newcastle as well to also keep tabs with Man City in joint, not really joint second, but they have the joint same points, 4 points behind Arsenal. Technically, Aston Villa also in a title race, and we don't really mention it. But we need to keep track with Emery and what he's doing with Aston Villa. Very, very impressive. Very impressive job that he's doing, and technically he's got them in a title race, and I think definitely Aston Villa finish again in the Champions League position. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Hi guys, this is Itumeleng Kune. I'm with KG Dato. Catch him on YouTube channel. We are football. Please, we are football channel. Sharp.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's match day.
We'll be there. Do you care though? Who will be there?
you